Hello, fourth graders. Welcome to your Thursday and Friday reading, writing, and expedition lesson. Let's get started. Our learning target for today is I can find facts in my reading about the greenhouse effect and write my opinions about these facts. So we're going to keep learning, researching more about the greenhouse effect and see how this is affecting our planet and what is going on, how carbon dioxide is affecting our planet. And we're going to really work on this skill of being able to tell what is a fact and what is an opinion. Because authors sometimes can be a little tricky and make something seem like it's a fact when it's really an opinion. So this is an important skill as a reader to have. So let's get started. Let's work on this. So first, real quick, let's go over what is the difference between a fact and opinion. So follow along with me while I read this. Facts are statements that are true. A fact can be tested and proven. So we can prove to you that this fact is true. And some examples are the sun is hot. We could take out a thermometer on a sunny day and see that it is hotter than a cold day. We can use our science skills to prove these facts are true. B is the second letter in the alphabet. We could prove this. We could look at an alphabet and see where B is. Friday is the day after Thursday. We can prove this too. We could look at a calendar and see that it is right after Thursday. Opinions, on the other hand, are someone's feelings or beliefs about a topic. So they cannot be proven true or false. They're just something that someone believes. So, for example, I think that sunny days are better than cloudy days, but that is my opinion, right? That's my opinion about the sun. That's what I think. Somebody else could think differently, and it can't be proven that I can't prove really that sunny days are better than cloudy days because it's just something I think. Some key words associated with opinions are believe, think, should. This is important. Sometimes this is important to me, can be a clue that someone is giving their opinion. So let's practice by sorting these facts and opinions. So rabbits are mammals. This is an example of a fact because it's the category rabbits are in. We can prove that. Kittens are cuter than puppies. What do you think? It is an opinion. Someone can think differently, and we can't prove it true. Some people could think puppies are cuter than kittens. How about polar bears need fat to stay warm? Fact. We know this. We could prove that they need this on the cold, cold days in order to stay warm. Animals should not live in zoos. That should, remember, is a key word for opinions. Some people think they shouldn't live in zoos, and some people think they should, that it's okay, that zoos are okay. People have different opinions about this. French fries are tasty. People could disagree, right? Not everybody likes French fries, so this is an opinion. Last one, let's see. Frogs are amphibians. What do you think? This is a fact because it's the category that frogs are in. Scientists can prove why they're in this category. All right. I hope that went well for everybody. Good practice. Now we're going to practice this using a book that we're going to read about the greenhouse effect. So we're going to look for facts from our book. We're going to write our own opinion about these facts, and we're going to see if there are any opinions in this book as well. Does the author list what maybe the author thinks, or does the author say what other people think? So let's get started reading and see if we can find some facts and opinions. Oh, sorry, this just got funny. There we go. All right, so let me pick up. We're going to look at this book and learn more about our planet and the greenhouse effect while we're looking for facts and opinions. So let's see here. History. Weather is always changing. Environmentalism is a big word, but its meaning is simple. Practicing environmentalism means being a friend of Earth and all its creatures. Environmentalists want to keep our air healthy, our land clean, and our water fresh. They want to take care of our plants and animals by making sure our planet remains a safe place to live. Some environmentalists focus on encouraging people to stop polluting. Others encourage people to recycle. One of the most important environmental jobs is to teach people about climate change. This right here, ding, 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 I know this is an opinion. One of the most important, somebody could argue differently. One of the most important environmental jobs is to teach people about climate change. Other people might think there are other things that are important, right? We could argue about this. This can't necessarily be proven. They could maybe give evidence to try to support their opinion, but this was someone's opinion. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to write under opinion from my book that someone thinks or believes that teaching others about climate change is the most important environmental job. All right, this was an opinion. Let's keep reading and see if we can find some other facts, some other opinions. The story of climate change. Earth has been around for about 4.5 billion years. Throughout all these years, the climate has always been changing. During some time periods, the planet is hotter. Other times, the planet is covered entirely in ice. But researchers believe that today's climate change is different. Studies indicate that human actions may be contributing to climate change. I want to put one of these facts in here because I think this is also useful for us to know that they talk about how throughout all these years, the climate has always been changing. So climate has been changing throughout these billions of years that the planet has existed. So I'm going to write that under a fact. My book said that the climate or major weather patterns has always been changing. I think, what's my opinion about this fact? I think even though climate has always been changing, I think that this time it's different and that this time we need to change things really seriously and think about how it could affect us as people. So this is what I think about these facts. I think that this time climate change is different, and I am worried about the changes that are happening. So this is what I think, what I feel, how I believe. Let's keep reading and see. Oops, and I put it in the document instead of our slide, but it looks the same. This is where you're going to write your answers later. Let's see. Scientists have known about climate change for almost 200 years. In 1827, French mathematician Joseph Fourier learned that Earth's atmosphere traps heat from the sun like a greenhouse. Today, we call this the greenhouse effect. The atmosphere is the air surrounding the Earth. It is made up of different gases, including nitrogen, oxygen, argon, and carbon dioxide. These gases work together. If there was no atmosphere, the sun's heat would bounce off Earth and head back into space. Earth would be freezing cold and nothing would survive. Ooh, this is interesting. So I'm going to put this back in my slide too, that my book says that if it weren't for greenhouse gases, all the sun's energy would bounce, would bounce off the earth and go back into space. So now I'm going to think, what's my opinion about this fact? My opinion about greenhouse gases. So I think that this is an amazing process. I am grateful for greenhouse gases, right? My opinion is I think our planet is amazing, what it's able to do. That we have an atmosphere that's able to trap in this heat is a miraculous thing. This is what I think, what I believe. Let's keep reading a little bit more. In 1986, Swedish scientist Svante Arrhenius began to think the atmosphere was changing. He thought that there was more carbon dioxide in it than there should be. In 1958, scientist Charles David Keeling proved Arrhenius was right. Oh, so this is interesting because this was an opinion. This was something that Arrhenius thought, but they proved it right. So it kind of became, it was a hypothesis. It was an educated guess that became fact because they were able to prove it true. Let's see. By collecting data, Keeling proved that there was 10% more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere than just a century before. Carbon dioxide is a gas that absorbs the heat from the sun. The more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, the hotter our temperature becomes. The excess carbon dioxide has been caused by industrial activity. Factories, cars, and pollution from our landfills spill carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And the population has dramatically increased. In 1804, more than 1 billion people lived on Earth. Today, that number is over 7 billion. So look, this was 1804. So that was, let's do our math, that was over 200 years ago. 6 billion more people are here now than there were 200 years ago. That's a lot of people. And these people all rely on fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas, which also contribute to the excess carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Wow. Okay, so we just heard a lot of facts here. I'm going to write maybe some facts that I think were really important. That my book says that scientists proved that we have more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere because we burn fossil fuels. This is making our planet hotter. What do I think? So now I'm going to think, what is my opinion about this fact? I think that we need to figure out how to burn less fossil fuels so that we don't have all these changes in on our planet, that temperatures won't change as much. So, but this is my opinion, right? I think we need to burn less fossil fuels so that our climate won't change as much. And so we can all be healthier, right? And we'll learn more about how these burning of fossil fuels is affecting our planet soon too. So this is your job now. What we just did together, you all are now going to do on your own. You're going to pick a book in the Greenhouse Gas Collection on Epic, and you're going to read this book, and you're going to pause. Excuse me, you're going to pause to write facts you find and your opinions about these facts. And if you see any opinions, like I found one opinion in our book, if you find any opinions, write those in here too. Do they share at all what someone thinks or believes? So let me show you on Firefly real quick. You're going to click on Epic to find that greenhouse effect collection. Pick one of the books, and then you're going to answer the questions, or you're going to write your facts and your opinion in this document and any opinions from your book down below. And I'll show you real quick on Epic where to find some of these, where that collection is. So if you click on that bell in the top, then you click on collections, then you click on greenhouse effect, you should see a bunch of books here that you can read. And they're at different reading levels. So make sure you pick one that's not too hard, not too easy, that is just right for you. Okay, challenge yourself, but also make sure that you can read and enjoy the book too. All right, everybody, you got this. You're going to do great. I'll see you next time.